G'day lovely people, welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. I'll be Nat, this will be my Knackers Yard and this will be my two knackered bikes. Post is bean. So I've got the lower forks for blue. CBF1000, that's what I was looking for. I've done a bit of measuring up. And you can see that, you know, the offending lip that stupidly I got a purple meanie on. Silly mistake, taking that down. And you can see, you know, there's a fair amount, considerably more than I intended to take off. But rather than just take off the paint, it has taken off the alley and it has stripped it down. Now I reckon I've done a bit of maths, and it wasn't as if I was going hell for leather on these bad boys. That one's probably the best example of a before and an after. There we go. So, you know, it doesn't look like a lot, and it isn't a lot, but the cumulative is. Now I've done a bit of measuring and a bit of maths, and I reckon it's no more than 2 mil. But it's where it's a little bit on that side, it's a little bit on that side, it's a little bit on that side, it just knocks everything out of line. So, learn my lesson. If you're going to piss around and paint your forks, and zoom out, don't use it, well, use an abrasive pad by all means on the top sections, don't use it on the bottom sections. Learn by my mistakes, please. Yeah, not completely disastrous, because frankly it's forced me to do something I probably should have done in the first place. But all that's an issue. It's a question of whether or not I paint those. I'm not going to bother, frankly. I like the black, but I think the silver looks better. And I haven't got any silver, which is a good point. What I'm not going to do today, and maybe not in this upload, is I won't knock that down very well either. Yeah, and you can see the cracking. I think that's the point I got frustrated. You can see the cracking on the top. So yeah, probably needed doing anyway. Wrong zoom, master of zoom. Tribute to Matt. What I'm going to do is drop the forks out and drop the oil out of it. So like I said on a previous upload, sacrificial size 5. I can't see. Yep, sacrificial size 5. The broken one anyway, because the little knobbly bit came off. Straight in with a drill. Can't do it because the bolt's in the bell end. And I've just cracked the rod in the cell, so crack the joint onto the rod so it moves. I've also been up the top and just cracked the top bolt as well. Again, not undone it, just cracked it. So what I'm going to do is just drop the fork out and drop the oil out of it, and leave it to drain. Leave it to drain overnight. But I also want to check out, just out of idle fucking curiosity, as much as anything else, just what condition that oil's in. Now it's going to be a bit of a mix and match, because the protectors on this one are better than the ones that came with the one that it's got, so I'll keep those. Make myself a bit of space, so I'm going to swap those over, which is why I've cracked them off the other ones. I was considering painting them at that point, but the more and more I've looked at it, the more I think what I should be doing is sending stuff away for powder coating. And I know it's, you know, Matt at Dirty Garage Guy, or the workshoppers. Most of us, I think, probably know it better. It's one of his big bone of contentions, particularly with Dallas. You know, why are you bothering painting these things? Why not send them off for powder coating? It costs, you know, no more than painting. Yeah, you don't get the satisfaction of doing it yourself without the right equipment, and most of our spouses wouldn't be particularly happy with using the family cooker to do powder coating. What haven't I done up that one? Or that one, bell end. Yeah, so let me just make some noise. There we go. The directional microphone always works better when you direct it the right way. What's that? That's one of these. It's an Allen key up the top. A tink. I've undone the handlebars as well. I'm just feeling a little bit prepped for this. It's almost as if I'm keen to get it done, so I can ride in this fucking sunshine. Oh, you're going to be a bastard, aren't you? Because the fairing's in the way. Right, so yeah, you are going to be a bit of a pain in the ass, I can feel it, but you can always get around these things. One fork loose, a little bit more vigour than I anticipated. That's what you get for being stupid and undoing the bottom ones before you undo the top ones. Yeah. Okay. I will pretend that I did that on purpose. Obviously didn't. One fuck. Two fuck. You want fuck? I got fuck. Right. So that's both forks out. Let's get curious and see what's in them, shall we? Yeah. Let me see if I can find something to pour stuff in before I make too much mess. Right, just to prove that I'm a good middle class boy, it's a rosé bottle. Yeah, I know. I'm not entirely sure why we ended up with that. I think it was a gift. Normally a massive fan of what we refer to in the household as metrosexual wine, but right, yeah, you can see that. Requirement to be a little bit cautious here because it is sprung and it will make you jump, and it has made me jump in the past, not this particular one. It's not a good thing to, not a good idea to lean your head over the top, let's put it that way. I have had one fly off when I was trying to put it back together and it made me jump. But it's a very thin thread. The spanner anymore? No. That wasn't too bad. And big wuss nut. Right, so I'm going to try and keep it in the order that it come in. No, that's just spinning underneath, so I'm going to need something to hold that. That's why I don't like fork seals, it's such a messy job. What's that? That is a splattery job. All about preparation, people. How are we doing for size? I'm terrible at judging sizes, that's too small. Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, how much can you see, or are you just staring at the back of my head? Not 12. It's a 14. And that's just spinning. That's got it. Right, so that's the top. That. Then have the sleeve. I then have a big fat washer. That is down to the base. This oil looks in very good nick, has to be said. Ah, okay, it's got the progressive element at the bottom. And the stuff that I've seen, read and heard is that it generally goes the other way because it's designed for a certain amount of mass in the liquid to get the oil the right height, but okay, let's see if they're both the same. I can see the oil inside. Let's just see what it looks like. Yeah, I'll fast forward, but it's a bit milky. Makes glorious noises. Right, so that's one down. Loose empty. I am going to suspend those upside down overnight, get the worst of it out. Actually, it is pretty hideous. Top end was fine, bottom end was fucking horrible, so I just think somebody has topped it up at some point. I can just make another landing pad for the other elements, the other bits. And we'll get that one cracked. Right, So same again, and I have done the bolts at the bottom, and I have at least cracked the bolts at the top. So again, progressive spring, but potentially the wrong way up. And again, the oil coming off is at least clean to start with. What I'll try and do on this one is, what's the best way of doing this? Probably dropping you. Right. Go over there for a second. My lovely, lovely oil receptacle. Whoop. So again, starting okay if a bit cloudy. That's what that noise was. It was a stopper on the end. To be running quite happily down there and missing my container. Right, so nice. Get that rebottled. Yeah, pretty hideous. Right, that's me. I am going to find something to stick with the inverter, and I'm not going to completely strip it yet. I want to do that when I'm good to go, because I'll forget what I've done as much as anything else. But that'll do for now. I'm going to find something to balance these bad boys up the other way. Oh. These bad boys up the other way. And then the next video will be stripping them down, swap them over, put them back together, jobs of fish. Cheers all, more to follow. Right, sod it, I've got a few minutes yet, let's get this done, or at least get it stripped. I'm just half done. Right, so first things first. I'm trying not to get covered in oil, just holding that damper rod in place. That's the bottom bolt, this is the right fork, so it's that one. I should now be able to pull out that whole damper rod. It does smell a bit ropey, to be fair. Get that clean off. Right, oh, dust seal off. That floor will do. I've already taken that bad boy out, the clip out. Right. So now I'm going to effectively slide hammer out that great noises. side hammer out that fork seal. You can see it jumping up. Love that noise. Right, so yeah, it's pretty fucking nasty in there. Pretty nasty. It's dripping oil everywhere, so you can go down there. It's just for interest. Bushes don't look too bad. If I wasn't being a dick, I'd replace them. Just got driven over a big branch. Yeah, so the fork seal itself, meh, I don't feel bad about replacing that. I don't feel bad at all about replacing that, to be honest. Right, so let's try and keep them all together, because they want to be together. I'll end up with oil all over the floor, but okay. So that's one fork seal. It was metal ring side up now. Remember that, because you're a dick for that sort of thing. And you end up getting paranoid that you're putting it in the wrong way. Just get some more blue roll. Right. And move on to number 2. So, same again, but better. So in, I'll put my Allen key down somewhere, which means I'll never find it again. There we go. I'll just put my finger on the other end of that dampener rod just so I can get the rest of it out. I have to say the bolts themselves looking remarkably good nick. Yeah, they're actually pretty sweet. Yeah, so the copper washer's still in it, but that's fine, I don't really need that at the moment. That's it there. Let's just whip this off and leave the washer on so I know the way it's gone. Again, that spring at the top, don't forget that. I mean, it's dry, it's a bit scuzzy on the inside, but
you're going to sit on who?
not terminal. There we go. Right, so someone's getting the arse out. We've blocked it up the road. Always good to see. So there we have one stripped down set of forks. And give them a clean. And well, no, I'm not going to do it now. But they'll get a clean, and the next upload will be putting the baggers back together. Cool, that'll do me. Catch you later, people. Ta-da.